Mandy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I think this is one of the favorite fossils that I've ever worked on.
This is pretty awesome. Holy cow.
It's just really fun.
This is also
really
the
cool.
first articulated turtle I've ever worked on, or really seen in the field.
That's incredible.
Nuts.
We haven't found any limb bones, and it's not looking like we're going to find any of the head or tail. But we're keeping an eye out.
Nice.
If you notice, it's oriented kind of like this, as are some of these blocks that are tumbling down the slope, and the whole slope is oriented like this, but the rocks are dipping like this.
So you think this is shunted from up there?
We think it's a block that came down from higher up and landed here, rather than being in the bedrock, because it should be oriented that way if it were in the bedrock. Yep.
Cool. So we're lucky to have gotten this when we did. It's just on its way down the hill.
Nick was over here prospecting, and he just saw this portion, and this white patch is what caught his eye. Mm-hmm. And then he found a few loose pieces on the ground near it, and that's all that was exposed. And I think he was really hoping it was a dinosaur bone, but from what I've seen, Ethan is way more excited that it's a turtle than a dinosaur.
Yeah, it would probably have been another hadrosaur, which would have been cool, but we don't have any complete turtles from the Almond Formation yet, so this is pretty special.
The thing I'm loving about it is I can just envision this whole animal really easily. One bone, it's hard for me to reconstruct in my mind a whole animal, and this is just so beautiful, and I can just imagine this walking across the landscape.
I just want to pick it up and give it a hug. Can you point out the extent of the carapace here?
Yeah, okay, so I am not a turtle expert, so I'm doing my best here, but I think what we're seeing is this is the head end up here, and the carapace traces around this way, and we're thinking this marks the edge of it, and then this is the rock that it's embedded in.
Yeah.
It kind of flares out at the base here, and then tracks back up over here. And here the rock is kind of abutting it. I don't know if we're going to try and lift it or let someone in the lab do that part, but following it back up here to the head again.
Nice, so just the whole top of a turtle.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It is really cool.
Shoot.